channel, Football Chat with Dons, episode 25. We're going to be talking all things Villa today. It's been a few days now since the Villa-Brighton game, and yeah, I've had a few days to gather my thoughts, and feel free, comment what you're feeling now. How are you feeling after this game? This is episode 25, and this is what I normally do after games, before Villa games. I talk on all things football related and more to come. Hope you enjoy, but let's get straight into it. And yeah, Villa suffered another home loss to Brighton, losing 2-1. We got another injury to Barkley. This season is turning out to be the year of injuries from what seems all clubs. I mean, the amount of injuries I think I was seeing from the games this weekend is crazy, and I think a lot of it is due to the international games that have been played 3 in a week. Players having to come back straight into the rush of the Premier League. And cool, let's get. I'm kind of avoiding the Villa games now, but let's get into it because yeah, how do I feel now? I mean, I've just done a bit of prep for this video, and I watched the highlights back, and it brought back some bad feelings. If I'm being really honest, sort of came away from that game very, very frustrated, annoyed, disappointed in our performance as a whole, angry. But then you look at the table, you see our points, and you're just happy and thankful that we've got the amount of points we have got. So yeah, I mean, that's our saving grace. And suppose on reflection, on another day, we well could have scored 2, 3, 4 goals on Saturday. But right, cool. Let's start from the start of the game. And yeah, Barkley gets injured after 2 minutes in, hamstring, and he didn't even play for England. So it's like, what's he been up to this last week or two? So that's a strange one, hamstring injury. I'm hearing it's not really bad. I think he's out for 2 games, is what I'm hearing. So yeah, that's not too bad. And then sort of Traore comes on, and yeah, I think when it happens, I'm thinking, oh, Hourihane, it's definitely going to be Hourihane. He'll come on, and then Jack will stay out wide. But yeah, then you see Traore coming out, and then I'm thinking, all right, cool. Traore is going to go wide, and Grealish will come in the middle. But then he doesn't do that either. Traore adopts the sort of the 10 position, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. We're going to get a good look at him. And I don't know, on reflection, I remember thinking, I watched it with a friend of mine. I remember it's like 55 minutes in, maybe 60 minutes. And I was saying to him, bro, he's not quite at the level yet. He's not up to speed. He's not with it. And yeah, I was reflecting. I think he can cross the ball. It looks like he can take a good free kick, but can he run? Don't look like he can move too swift. I do like, what do I like? What I like, he's got good close control, and I can see he's got that ability that Jack's got, in the sense of he doesn't mind feeling a defender on him, and then he uses his body to roll. He did win a few free kicks like that, and he will be dangerous. He tried to get off 1-2 shots. But obviously he's new to the league, and his inexperience did tell at times, whether that was positionally, his work rate, decision making. But that will come in time. But I guess it's interesting to see that position he took up, and I suppose it shows his range of positioning, that he can play wide and he can come more centrally. So okay, yeah, that's the Traore thing ticked off. But then we then go 1-0 down with a strange goal. I'm gonna put a clip here of the defense, because if you look at this now, like, how is our back? You can see our back 4 in this picture. So you've got Mings and Konsa both there. Target's pushed on as he should, and Cash is almost like he's your last defender, but he's way too wide, and I don't know how your defense ends up in that position. And I know Mings got a lot of the blame, but I do think Cool. When mistakes have happened, it's then on the next player to be like, all right, cool. My mate's made a mistake. How can I react and try to recover from this mistake? So I think Cash here in this position, he can see the full picture. He should be tucking right over, right over. Stay deep, but tuck right over, because as you can see, you've got your two centre backs. They've gone wandering. They've gone, I don't know where they are. They're trying to play midfield. So Cash should be coming right over and protecting the middle. Don't forget out wide. Protect the middle. And then yeah, they go through. Welbeck, like, top class finish, can't lie. Sort of one-on-ones, like, I'm still very confident in Martinez, but he took it very well. Fair play to Welbeck. My dad was saying that, yeah, Villa should have signed Welbeck, could do a player like him, and he's not wrong, to be fair, because he's sort of, yeah, I don't know, he seems to like to be on the negative side, but I suppose it's realistic, and he's just saying if Jack or Watkins gets injured, for example, then we're really struggling, aren't we? Because Watkins, yeah, for example, if Watkins goes, who's up front? Where's our goals? We're in the same position we was in last year. I know Wesley's on his way back, but when's Wesley going to really be back to the level? And probably not until next season. When you think about it, really, this season for Wesley's probably just going to be finding his feet. Then when he gets a pre-season under his belt and goes again next season, that's maybe when we can start to see Wesley getting back to, or realising some of his potential. But I just think the game as a whole, I feel like we lacked a spark. Like the same spark that I saw us have against Arsenal 2 weeks ago. That was nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. Not at all. Where was McGinn? Where was he? Where was Watkins? Trezeguet, big up Trezeguet. He's what I got to big him up. Grealish, these two doing their thing. But Louise, where are you? McGinn, where was you? And yeah, I don't know. If maybe international break, maybe that's where you have to put some of the blame and fatigue, and I don't know. But when I say spark, I mean it seems that. Okay, so it's either, there's two things. First of all, I think the way we play in our system, and I've said it before, I think we are suited to playing against the big teams where they come at us and there's not this pressure on us to break teams down, whereas you saw with the Brighton game, they will happily sit back and sort of allow us to try to break them down. But then likewise, I think when we play these, like, we're so open against Brighton. Compare that to Arsenal, where we're looking tight. Man ain't breaching defence. Whereas Brighton, these men are getting in easy. Way too easy. Like, it's frustrating me thinking they're getting in so easy. And I'm thinking, yo, you've just done so well against Arsenal. And I don't know if this is when it comes to the spark. It's like, you go to the nice Emirates, you see Aubameyang, you see who Arsenal got, you just see a nice player, or Liverpool, you see Salah, you see Mane, and you think, oh, right, like, shit, we got to play today. We've got to try hard. Whereas, I don't know, whereas when Brighton come down with Welbeck and March and Bissouma, there's no fear factor in us. But you got to remember, these men got Lamptey, man of the match, best player on the pitch. He was threatening danger, killing us on that right-hand side. You could say little bit unfortunate to get sent off, but I think he's just made a couple of clumsy challenges. You know what Jack's like. You can't lack around Jack. If you got to be in control of your body, or else before you know it, you're running into him and it's a foul. But yeah, I think those are the two things for me. And then yeah, Dean's got to try and get his finger on it. I'm not too sure why at all. Then fast forward, go to the second half, and then second goal, it's like, again, we're just letting them breach the defence so easy. I don't know who, but they've made their forward pass straight through the middle of the pitch, through 3 or 4 Villa players. He's played it off him. We're like a yard or two off the ball every time, and another quality finish. And this is the Premier League where everyone's got dumpers, everyone can finish at this level, and you will be punished. So we've just been taught another lesson. And then, oh yeah, cool. Then we go to the one of the key. Wow, there were so many this weekend, but one of the talking points for VAR the weekend with the penalty being overturned. Now, for me, cool, I'm watching the game now. I see Trez take his touch. I see the defender come flying in. March come flying in. Takes Trezeguet. Trezeguet sours it well with a nice little jump up in the air. And I'm thinking, right, cool, pen. Ref gives it, and I'm giving it fist pumps. I'm gassed. Me and my friend watching it, gassed. Now, that's the thing with VAR now. You can't really get gassed at anything. But I think at this moment, I'm that clear. I'm like, yes, come on. I'm gassed. Then, like, they're showing replay after replay. Now he's going over to the screen, and how they've reversed that, I don't know. Because for me, I thought, yeah, and this is like how I thought it should be applied. This whole VAR with penalties, and for me, for it to be clear and obvious, I think it's got to be a dive. Realistically, for it to be clear and obvious, it's got to be where you've give the pen, and then now, like, you look at the replay and you're like, oh, raw. Like, man didn't even touch him, you know. Man was nowhere near him, and he just bought the pen. That's the clear and obvious ones. Not these ones where, like, he's done a touch and you're saying, oh, he's got a little bit of the ball, but then he's cleaned out his shins after. And now you're saying no pen. But the foul is there. If that was anywhere else on the pitch, given as a foul, no one's moaning. I'm speechless. And the same happened in the Man U game for West Brom, and where, yes, you could say he's got some of the ball, but he's got some of the man. It's not clear and obvious. If the refs give it, how are you overturning these ones? And this one burnt me. This is one of the first VAR decisions, especially in the last closing stages of a game, where it was gone against us. I know we had the one against Arsenal, but it's early on and you can sort of move on. But when it's just right at the end and you're trying to just get a point, yeah, it is peak, very peak, man. And yeah, I just think that by the start of next season, some changes will be made to VAR in some way or form. I think there has to be. There's way too much being spoken about it, and yeah, I think something has to change. Whether it just gets sacked completely, which I don't think, or there's got to be some change in the use or the rules or the way it's implemented, because it's just creating too much, like, let's say, controversy where it was meant to stop it. But we move 2-1. We're still sitting in 7th place after playing 8 games, I think. So can we it was still positive at the end of the day. And yeah, we go to the West Ham game looking to bounce back, and I think the lads, we bounced back pretty well after defeats. So yeah, we play West Ham on Monday, so that'll be an interesting one there, literally just a place behind us in 8th. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to that one, be on TV again, as a lot of the games are right now. But yeah, in other news, I know Tom Heaton, he played his first 90 minutes back from injury. So yeah, fair play to him, credit to him, good to get him back, although we're sitting nice with Martinez, so good competition for places. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on this game, and going forward. Yeah, I'm staying positive. Hope you Villa fans are as well. And yeah, up the Villa.
Laugh with many, don't trust anyone to sit my henny, tell the brother just cool.